Hello. Hi everyone. Hope you guys are well. I was doing a quest real quick while I waited for it to be 5 minutes. But last time we streamed Nier, we finally completed the key. We finally completed the key to be able to get to the castle of the one who took our sister. So we're gonna be doing that today. Yay! I for one know what is going to be happening, and it saddens me every single time. At this point in the game, I've given up on quests. I've given up on completing quests. It's like we're just at the end. I don't want to go running around. I'm good. Alright. But we're finally able to go and try and get our sister back. We actually need to go over to the ferryman over there. The new one. After what happened to the other one. We still have not... I literally was just in the seafront and I have not seen that lady. The red bag lady. Since that happened to her husband. Hi, Sam. I missed you the last couple streams. You've been gone. How you been, Sam? You're just in time for sadness, because this is gonna be sad stream. To catch you up, Sam. Last time we did Nier, we completed the Junkie stuff. We defeated the robot and Shade that had teamed together for the younger brother, and he kind of went mad with grief. So he's slightly insane. And in the stream before that, we had gotten a letter about the King of Fasade's wedding, right? He was marrying Fira, the little civilian who helped us 5 years ago. He was marrying her. And just as they were walking away from the ceremony, celebrating, that Shade wolf came charging in with its pack and killed Fira on her wedding day, just as she was about to be happy. Yeah. And so the king was struck with grief and rage. So we helped him get revenge. And now, Sam, we have all the parts for the key to go to the Shadow Lord, whatever, castle. And then with Pokemon, you missed it, Sam! You missed it! There was a gym trainer in the grass gym named Samuel. There was a grass gym trainer named Samuel. That was a mandatory fight. Alright. But let's see about actually continuing on. They had a bowl, almost a bowl haircut and glasses. You can tell me if that Pokemon that they used would be one that you use in the grass gym. Where am I going? Get where I'm going. guess we'll just... Wow. I think I have to go to the Lost Shrine.
Are we ready?
Let's all make it back alive, okay?
We can hope, Emil.
It's a plan.
Also, I returned everyone to their usual outfits besides Kaine. Kaine, I'm not changing her out of that because I don't want to see her in her underwear. Oh, look at this. Oh, I knocked them both in the water. Damn it. Now I'm just thinking of the under the water thing. Because I was watching someone's videos recently, and one of their older videos had that. Now it's stuck in my head. Fuck. Damn it. Why? Buddy, no. Alright. Continuing up we go. Come on, Emil. I still enjoy the fact that Emil is just flying up. That's what kind of, he's just waiting for us to get up. Okay, I'm at Adam now. Oh no, I can't. I have too many of those. Fuck. Why does it do this angle? Like, why does it do that angle? Come on, Shade. It's just kinda going crazy down there. Not gonna lie, seeing Kaine run around keeps making me think of Masquerada. She's running around like Masquerada does. Whenever I had Masquerada out of its Pokeball, it always ran around like Kaine does. Together in all the right places. I don't know what that means. Oh, poor child. You don't need to know what that means. Hello, all you shades. You know what? I can just stand still. Okay. We're just moving it all over the place. Oh, there's a guy over there. Nah, I'm going up the stairs. I go in here now. Bye. Nope. Bye. Damn. I can't just say bye here. With the others, I could just say bye. This one I can't. I have to fight them. I'm fighting them by myself too, because the other two are off somewhere else. You fucker, just perish already, please. Thank you. Finally. Oh, great. Go away. Shoo, we don't need you. Oh, we can't even go up this way. Hold on. I need to find where I need to go. Is it this one? I don't remember. I never remember where we go with this place. I never remember where I need to go with the lost shrine. Oh my god. Yeah! Goodbye. No. No. Goodbye. Goodbye, all. I'm not dealing with you. No, let me leave them. I don't want to deal with them. I'll deal with this big guy. Nope, goodbye. Fuck. Where am I going? Where the fuck am I going? I don't remember. Is it in here? Where am I going? No, goodbye. I'm not dealing with you fuckers. Where the fuck am I going? Where is the thing I need to go to? There! No, fuck you. I'm going out here. Bye. I finally made it. I finally found where I'm supposed to go. Where did Kaine go? There she is. Okay, this is just a dead end over here. There is no point going this way. Hello, fuckers. There we are. Up we go. Hi, Mew. Shut up. We should probably save. Should probably save. Once I finish my secret dish, I'm gonna feed it to Galaxy. And then he'll see how helpful I can be.
Such an ominous sight, and yet I find it strangely nostalgic.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
This is where Vice and I first met, and first fought together.
Wow! This is where you used to live, Vice?
Well, yes, I suppose, in a technical sense.
Pretty nice digs for a floating magazine.
At least
I
it
just
was
want to hear
free from annoying hussies like yourself.
You would miss her if she was gone again, Vice.
And now the
Can't
path
turn back.
is open.
You can't turn back, so we just gotta go forward. Full speed ahead, yep. Now why did it zoom in on you?
To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? You must answer.
It can talk!
I ask, why did humans disappear from the world?
We technically already knew this because of Nier Automata. To them, humans still exist?
The hell is this?
I believe this is some manner of password.
It is.
Password?
Yes. The correct answer should grant us access to the castle. I feel confident I have heard this somewhere before.
You likely have, Vice.
To whom? I ask, why did humans? You must ask.
Which one do you think it is, Sam? We are able to go again if the one we choose is incorrect. Because their lives are short or because of a black disease. I, for one, actually don't even remember the actual answer to this. Black disease? Let's go with it.
I answer, because of a black disease. I ask, how can humans extend their lives?
By acquiring leaves sacred tree by separating body from soul. Which one do you think it is? I'm letting you answer these, Sam. We'll see if they are correct. So, leaves of the sacred tree We're separating body from soul. That one does sound cooler. Let's go with that one then.
I ask, what is the destination of souls?
They are placed in their corresponding shells. They're in the promised land bursting with light. Which do we want to answer?
I answer, they are placed in their corresponding shells.
Very well. You are acknowledged as master.
You did it!
You may enter.
Well then,
Sam,
seems
you
the way
did
is open.
You did, Sam! Let's go! And you did that with basically no knowledge of what you were answering. Good job, buddy. Good job. I'm sure there likely will have also been hints at it like around here, but I don't know what to interact with to see that. Besides like just basing off of what we do already know. Let's see how this one is compared to my current one. I'm getting this Phoenix sword. Let's go. I go with the strongest, so. Hello, you two.
It's the twins from your village.
Popla, Devila, what are you doing here?
Hey, any chance you'll just go back to the village? This is a very dangerous place. Even if you can find Yona here, you probably can't get her out.
How did you get here?
Shh. We're asking the questions right now.
Oh, I think this is like one of the ending. This must be the ending. Like we could go right back to the village now. We could get an ending. But you, myself, don't want to. Oh, we're here to rescue Yona, right? Is that right? We're here to rescue Yona. Very ominous boss room feel, don't you think? Not to mention that just before this we got a brand new sword.
We're here to rescue Yona.
No dice, huh? Well, I guess we don't have a choice then. No, I suppose not. How sad. We didn't want to fight you. We really didn't want to.
Devila, what's happening?
Sorry, but this fate was predetermined. Still, we spoke to truth. We really wanted to avoid this if possible. We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so, until the next generation came along.
What are you talking about?
Are they shades?
I don't think so.
It's a lie. I don't believe it.
We never thought you'd grow to be this powerful.
This is madness. Why do you block our path?
You have no cause to speak so with us, Grimoire Vice. You are a traitor.
Damn, even the twins are calling him a traitor.
Oh, what now?
Oh,
They copied my powers.
I'm sure they did.
Ah, shit on a shingle. They can use the sealed verses.
Of course we can. The power came from us in the first place. You were simply loaned a small portion of it.
Vice, are you all right?
Devila, Popola, why are you guys doing this? Why are you siding
This
with the shades?
crackling sounds a lot like a machine, don't you think? Almost like a robot or machine or something.
Why?
The answer to every riddle lies within the heart of the Shadow Lord.
The Shadow Lord? So you've been on his side this whole time?
You must search for that answer yourself. You've got to face your own truth now. Please, enter the Shadow Lord's castle.
Devila and Popola are fighting us.
Yes, they do seem to be putting us through a great deal of...
You okay, Vice?
How odd. For long years, my mind and tongue have been my greatest assets. But now the latter seems to be... Hell,
Vice?
do not look at me like that. I am Grimoire Vice. I am perfectly...
He is sounding quite a bit like
I think I hear a waltz.
oh. A ballroom.
It certainly is a grand affair.
Yes, it is.
Bunch of dancing bastards.
They're all shades!
And you were expecting any different, buddy?
I think we're locked in.
We
It's not like
are.
I was planning to leave.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that.
Well, new word. My goodness, when will this be over? Come on, all of you just transform already. My goodness. Nah, get the healer. Get the healer. Okay, I think I got both the healers. Wait, no, there's just one. Who's hiding among the other big guys? Last 3 pairs.
Damn it! I won't stop coming!
I'll open the next door. Cover me.
Okay.
Oh, how I do love a good
Twice!
Damn.
Oh, right. Protect the hussy, yes? Good plan. Let's go.
Protect Kaine for us.
Stupid door. Come on. Oh, come on.
Kaine! Hurry!
It's not open yet?
Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
Get your asses down here, you bitches.
No, you idiot. What are you doing?
Lock doesn't want to open? Fine. I'll just break it down.
Stop, you impatient fool.
No, let her.
Goddamn no good bullshit bastard! Open the fuck up already! Ugh!
There's one way to get
Kaine, look out!
Yeah, No!
Are they laughing?
These things are freaking me out. Kaine, what's wrong?
We need to help Kaine!
Kaine?
You okay?
Yeah, but we got problems.
The ringleader. Oh. I know. We go now, please. Please, let me go. Let me go. Get me away from this thing. No.
We don't need forgiveness, asshole.
Kaine?
How should I know?
Kaine, are you alright?
I'm fine. Let's just kill some shit and move on, alright?
You have to always get this guy to hit the wall. That's how you get him
How can
to
something
go
so big be
stagnant.
so fast?
Go away now.
Damn shit.
No! You won't get to see the ending. Rude Wi-Fi. And there's an armored bitch. I'm okay. No, I'm staying away from that.
That fog! Oh no!
Let me out.
We can't stop now.
No, Kaine, you can.
Stay focused, Kaine. Don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on! We have to keep going!
Let's go.
No, fuck, fuck. Wrong door, wrong door, wrong door. Let me out.
This way. Move.
Let me out. I'm going, I'm going, I'm going, I'm going, I'm going.
Up here!
Putting that on pause. I need to keep my ass running.
Please, hurry!
What are you trying to do, my dude? I hate this. I hate this. I hate this part so damn fucking much. Let me go, you bitch.
Thing.
Please, hurry!
This bitch. Let me out. Let me out, please.
Damn it, I can't get it
Get me
open.
away from this thing. Door behind it. I closed the door behind it this time. I hate this thing.
It seems we are in a bit of a predicament. Strike the beast while it's down.
I would have ever actually stay the fuck down.
Hit the thing while it's down.
I would if it would stay the fuck down already.
Now!
No, fuck you. Get away from you. Let me out. 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 You bitch. Thank you. Yeah, it's the sun. I'm surprised this one gave you so much trouble.
What are you doing here?
My citizen was speaking of this adventure. This is the castle of the Shadow Lord, is it not?
You are correct.
Then we have a common enemy. We'll hold this one off. Please, keep moving.
But
We are the people of the map. We will stand our ground until our last breath. I swore upon Fira's grave. I swore to become a good and just ruler. A king who would protect... Whatever. I can't see it. I couldn't read it. Ah,
Hey! Stop!
wait, fuck.
Go!
Bye bye.
King, no!
We'll meet again, you and I, once all of this is over. Until then. Bye bye, little princey. Bye, little king.
No! Open the door! You can't fight that thing on your own!
It's alright. You have to keep going, defeat the Shadow Lord, and get your sister back. You must once again know the joy of having one you love by your side. Now then. How many rules are there about what? 88 my liege? I do remember all these things. We are with you. I know. Let's try this again. By the honor of the mass, and the king, and for the honor of our queen.
Open the damn door!
Thank you, Kaine.
Knock it off already. Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
Exactly. Come on, we need to go.
My friend.
And plus, I would rather get the fuck away from that damn fucking boar. want to be anywhere near that boar anymore. The fucking bitch. The bitch that doesn't know how to die. How many quarters? Please let this be the last one. Yay, it was. How many corridors was that? Hello, you two. Oh, hey. There's a normal cityscape back there.
Oh, look. You made it. We've been waiting for so long.
Why are you doing this?
It began 1,300 years ago. Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
Gestalt?
Hey, bye.
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Weiss? Then let's give you a refresher.
Ah. Oh, I saw a picture of Yona.
Vice! My mind. I remember. Devila. Popola. You are not human.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's
Bunny.
Fuck!
Hey, Bunny. That's actually really needed because we're in a very sad area. We're in such a sad area over here.
Yeah, sometimes the truth can be a real bitch.
Ain't that the truth?
You want to finish that thought for him, sister? All of us, every person standing in this room, are mere shells created by the true humans.
What are you saying?
You still don't get it? You aren't human.
So then humans, I mean the true humans, are extinct?
No, they still live on. You know them as shades. Each shade is a twisted remnant of what was once a human being.
Crazy, huh? Now let's skip the part where you stand there with your mouths agape and just get down to business.
Devil is awesome.
Wait.
Sorry, but we're gonna be needing that shell of yours. The rightful owner has been waiting for a very long time. Please don't be angry with us. We are only doing our duty. Our endless existences have a single purpose: to control the lives of others in accordance with the will of the true humans. You have your own motives, your own desires. And we have ours. I fear it really is just that simple.
It is.
Don't speak such foolishness.
Sorry. You and us, we're the same. Tools in the hands of a master.
No. I'm nothing like you.
Come on. Okay, this one I believe is Devilic. Yeah, hair seems to be messed here. This one's Devila. Popola remained up there.
Devila?
You guys fought us. I'm sorry.
Popola. Are you crying? No! Don't die! You know, Popola, I understand now why we're twins. It's because we were born without souls. Devila, I can't stop the bleeding. Oh God, I can't stop it. This world is too lonely for one without a soul. There's too much emptiness. Our souls are missing. And yet somehow our tears still work. It's kind of weird. Sorry, sis. I love you. Devila! Devila! Don't you go! No, I can't be alone! Devila!
Popola. Let's stop this now.
You should.
Stop? Now you want to stop?
We wanted to stop before. We didn't want to fight you.
Jury to stop? You cut down my sister like a goddamn animal and now you want to stop?
Popola, wait! It doesn't have to.
No one stops! It's way too late to stop! No one stops!
Oh, the shy one is now very upset.
Don't do this, Popola! You and Devila were like parents to me!
Those two have watched the world wither for time immemorial. The cruelness of such a fate is difficult to imagine.
Darling.
I don't want to do this! I don't want to fight her!
Stop bitching and start fighting. It's the
I'm
only way.
crying! He's being a little bitch! Like, I've been trying to fight him this whole time! My dude. Look at this. He won't hit her. Goodbye, Papa.
No stopping. No stopping ever!
The bridge! Blast! We're trapped.
I've got an idea.
I fear we're done for.
It'll be all right. You know, when I was young, I hated my eyes. And now that I'm older, I hate what my body has become. But there's something else there now. Something like pride, you know? I mean, without all this, I couldn't have become your friend. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for everything.
I always hate the ending of the game. Such a good game, but I hate the ending.
For so long, all I could do was destroy. But now, I have a chance to save something.
No!
Now get going, okay?
Emil.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine.
The thing is, we know what happens to him.
Emil! Emil!
We know what happens to him because Automata.
Oh dear. Kaine's so unstable, and Vice can't stop arguing with people. I hope they can hold it together once I'm gone. Well, I guess they'll just have to learn. I want to see you again. I want to see all of you again. Just one more time. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
Bye, Popola. The thing is, we know he's not gone. We know he's not gone because of Automata. He's there. And this takes place before Automata. That makes that part at least a little happier. Still sad, but it's not as sad as it could be. Ah, yes. Hello, sir. Fiona! Look at her, so pretty. No, I'm for both of them to be sad. They keep losing friends or people they care about in this. What the fuck? Kaine! Kaine, you're older. You need help.
Let's go.
It is very much like she is the older one. She's experienced more than any of them. So she knows what will happen in life or how it is to lose those she cares about. Little termites! Get the fuck out of here! No, look, bigger pests. Come on, Shades. Come out here. I know you're going to. There you are. Oh, and little termites are back. You can't even say I'm wrong about calling these smaller ones termites just because of how many there fucking are. All right. There's Yona.
Yona!
And there's the true human counterpart.
This ends here. Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
Not planning on Vice.
How could a mere tool hope to stand against the Shadow Lord?
Don't speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you. Watch out!
No! Impossible!
I think you will find that's very possible, Grimoire Noir.
Be careful!
I know!
Vice?
Vice, you all right?
Naturally, I am as fit as a fit.
Guys, I don't think Vice is okay. Like, I'm pretty sure Vice is not okay, guys.
Wait.
Yona?
Brother.
Yoda.
Wait for it. There it is.
Huh?
Remember what Evelyn Popola said? We're simply shells. The humans aren't parts of ours.
Please.
We're also brother and
just
sister.
Stop. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She won't stop crying. She says she wants to see her brother.
Yona's been possessed?
This girl loves her brother too, just as much as I do. It's not right, you know? It's not right that she can't see him. It's you, isn't it?
Dude, don't. Boy.
Yes, it's me. Let's go home.
Oh, and Shao was trying to stop his sister. He knows how dangerous they're doing.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what to. I'm so very sorry. No matter what. Just know that I love you.
And there goes the shade. There goes the true human. Fiona.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
Let's get away from these two. Come on.
Reach over Yona for me.
Come on, buddy. Get away from the girls.
You want me to understand your sadness? You think I'm gonna
Come
sympathize
on.
with you?
Away from the girls.
I swore to protect my sister.
We're getting away from the girls. Come on.
Someone puts them in danger. They must stand aside or be cut down. Now come on. Let's finish
Come on,
this.
coward. We're staying away from the girls. Stop trying to hit the girls. Come on.
Vice, what's wrong?
Thank you for finally getting away from them.
You're freaking me out here, Vice.
Me too.
What are you doing? Come so just do it. Strike the killing blow.
I would have even wasn't lying. down here? Fuck. Fucking coward won't get out from being this guy. And down goes Vice.
Bother. One moment, please.
You okay?
Fine, just fine. Alright, no, I'm not.
Thank you for finally admitting.
It seems some headstrong idiot has decided to push me beyond my limits. I should have taken that job as a cookbook when I had the chance.
Vice, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
But...
Let's go. Out of the way. I have one final task to fulfill.
Where are you going?
Why, to stop him, of course. But after that, it's up to you. Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
Of course.
You can't. I swore I'd always fight by your side.
You are an exceedingly stubborn lad. You know that, yes?
Obvious.
Perhaps that's why I've so enjoyed our time together.
Because you're just a stubborn
But I
Vice.
fear this is where our journey ends.
Vice!
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name?
Never.
Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Vice.
I would expect so, given that everyone calls you Vice for the past 5 years.
I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go to your head now.
I think I will. Give more advice. All of
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live. Shadowlands.
I can't use my magic anymore because Vice doesn't have any magic left. It looks like he's accepting his fate. Understandable, his sister is gone. He took Yona's body for his sister. Those are literally just a pair of brothers against each other trying to keep their sisters safe. They're just trying to keep their sisters safe. That's it. Hey, you two.
Is Yona all right?
No.
Oh God, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Bye-bye.
Vice? Where are you? Are you okay?
I am as well as can be, considering I have lost my physical form. Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely. Your sister is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How?
Use your memories. Recall the times you spent with her. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
I know we can.
What's my favorite food?
Those are parts I don't remember.
What's my favorite book? That's my magic storybook.
Mm-hmm.
What's my favorite place? Home with you.
Hold
What's my favorite flower? The lunar tear, of course. Okay, one more question. Who do I love more than anyone?
Your own brother. Hiya.
Is that you?
Hi, darling. Hey, back. Hi, my dear. Checking for injuries.
My body?
It's yours and yours alone.
You look bigger than before. Like you've grown up.
So have you.
Oh, yeah. I guess you haven't seen me for a while.
Have I been asleep this whole time?
Most likely.
Something like that.
It's almost like I'm a princess from some fairy tale.
Yes, you are.
Oh, Yona. I'm so happy to have you back.
Me too.
Kaine.
Hey, Kaine, no. Kaine.
You and your sister, you have a good life, Kay?
Where are you gonna go?
Guess I'll...
You could stay with us, you know.
Thanks, but I'll pass. You know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit, alright? Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Kaine.
Hey, look.
Sister really dressed back Kaine.
It's beautiful. For the longest time, I heard someone telling me how they wanted to see the light. And now, they can finally see it.
Yeah. Hey, Kaine. Oh no, it's the younger ass. Ooh. It's younger ass.
Thank you. I love it.
Of course. Yep. Now we like. And she happily joins us.
It's so sunny today.
Yes, it is.
It sure is.
Oh, and that brother and sister are together again too. See? I'm gonna let the credits go. and then we can see what pops up after that. I both love and hate that ending. I adore Devil and Popola. I hate that we have to fight them. And I hate that Mule has to technically sacrifice himself. And then Kaine freaking leaves. We lose more vibes. What the fuck? I wish we didn't have to lose them. And these are all going in alphabetical order. They're not categorized at all. They're just going in alphabetical order. Yeah. Emil! Julianne Taylor. Okay. Koi! Yeah! Koi! Oh, Laura Bailey is Kaine. Lizzie Freeman. Alua. I'm looking at the English VAs whenever they pass by. If I recognize one, then I will call them out. Or at least if I actually know some. Because I know I missed quite a few. Ray as the play in the second half. Ray Chase. I could actually recognize. Oh, there's Jacob. Yeah. There you go. And right back one. Zach Aguilar, player first half. Hey. Honestly, everyone who worked on this game did so well with it. Alright, I got ending A. We see the mark of ending A. Moji cleared out after completing the game to experience Kaine's story. You can now read A Departed Mother's Diary in your house. Wardrobe has been added to the options menu. New outfits can be obtained by progressing through A Departed Mother's Diary. Let's open the safe up.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
I'm just gonna actually skip this. Because we're all the way back. Like that is all the way back, though. No. The sound of rain filled the village. Steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke steamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached a vane which had existed for as long as any could remember and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with the pale white skin give the face an almost sexless quality. If the back turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... Child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair, began its long descent to the ground. Come on! Come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the rain slowly creaked to life, moving this way and that for a moment, till it settled, with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vane could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground, as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me! A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, the final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? Like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew Those were not the only eyes on her. Tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated. If possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me, he can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. Demo crept ever closer. Clouds began to thin, the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. Failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leer and gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. Willie moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back, jammed his thumb against her eyelid, pry it open. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohort. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane, continued to point east, as if supremely confident that the future had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke. Someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak! Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. Rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from his faces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh God, he's crying! He's actually crying! Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step up and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke, with a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. If any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch! A big one! That thing could have killed me! The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Oh, I love this lady so much. Deimos' face twisted with rage at her words. Looking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Yeah, leave this village. No one wants you here. Either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Look at the fat boy go! I guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then proceeded across the folds of her dress, began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. Words of her grandmother stung Kaine, turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. The tears held in check for so long finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I caused bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age, diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength. Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. The river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next. It grants no mercy to any attempt crossing. You got a duty to fight for your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother. When her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence. And their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, Kaine truly understood the depth of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things, somehow emerged on the other side. Anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness. It was her. Did I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl all around her body and shuddered. My body. Not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. If folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out, placed a wreath of dead flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stem, losing a single petal, was remarkable. And the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people would live their entire lives without ever seeing one. And yet, her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. Pains she took to construct the ornament let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. Reached up and gently adjusted the wraith, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squished at it. These old hands have trouble. Delicate work. But it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me. But as long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers. The two of them struggled to their feet. As they began to walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin lazily in circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was far from a work of art, as it could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with a wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe! Kaine's grandmother wailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma! Called Kaine. Is that you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. Brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending clippings flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine, close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Jays have been restless lately. I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind, seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter. And rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood. When she finally managed to connect it with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. I know that feeling. No! This is reminding me of when I was younger. No! Fuck! Stupid ass fucking axes. They suck. My grandfather at one point let me try cutting wood, and I could never hit the wood. And the one time I did, it got stuck halfway. They couldn't even get it off for a while. They couldn't get the wood off the axe for a while. That's how badly embedded it was. Oh god, that line just reminds me of that. No! Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Crap! She suddenly understood the joy of her grandmother. The joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe and forced it from the wood, resumed chopping. She had natural skill with a blade. But the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small, pink hands. This was tough. My logs are all weird sizes. Sitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her bucket with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy girl. Bad practice if you... Grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes widened, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side. Thank you, Pinky. And made a new home in the hem of her dress. But Kaine didn't notice. Grandma? Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and bade Kaine away. Stop that. Just stop. She cried, breathing heavily. Ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her. One look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face had told her more than words ever could. Grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the position would be reversed. Next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed, her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick. You need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head, tried to rise. Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, finally lowered her eyes and sighed. I don't like it, god damn it. I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down on the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades. Kaine finally found herself at the entrance of the village. The adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other and raised hands, or slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over. She slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes set out on a rotund, older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air, telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. "Hey, lady," said Kaine with bravado she did not feel. "Where's the apothecary?" The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. "How dare this thing speak to me?" they seemed to say. But Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. "Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one." "Which way?" Kaine repeated, then pointing at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. The new emotion had little time to take root. As soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He had clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, as his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. "Oh my god," he sparred. What are you doing here, freak?" The insult was delivered without force. Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Barked Demo. "That old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo." The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch. Apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. "Hello, Yurio." This entire time I've been reading, my cat's been wanting attention. So after we get to the save point, I am probably going to see about ending. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. A notion of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of pride. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors. Time had worked its cruel magic. They were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. "You like that picture?" Kaine turned to find the apothecary, with a single vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad. He seemed to stare through her, into nothing as he spoke. "My daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now." Kaine didn't know how to respond. You're going to knock over my phone. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. "Pictures are wonderful things," continued the shopkeeper. "And let the ones closest to you live on forever." He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled, handing her the medicine. He reached into his sizable green apron, produced a handful of wax crayons. "You should have these. There's one left I wish to draw." Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. "Yes, I've heard the rumors about you," he said. "Small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe. I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie." I'm sorry, but that's just funny. Kaine's grandmother's name is Callie. That is hilarious to me. And I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. I don't think it's a P reference, but it's hilarious. Oh god. My mother's name is Callie. Not Kaine, recently. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement. Inside her heart, it was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but completely contempt. It's a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. And with enough tiny steps, you might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medication by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Oh, here we go. My god. Grandmother sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandma that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Poor shit, said her grandmother, pulling back the sheet from her bed. Living forever just pissed me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house, as if posing for a master artist. You're an impatient boy, you know, Yurio. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. Terrible. Doesn't look like you at all. Sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back, reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush now. I don't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart. And I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face. An action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more. She asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Pa, she said, The old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud. He pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. There was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory. Perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong embrace, remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life, like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams, separation. Kaine listened to the sound of the crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She had been pushing her around the wooden desk for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. No. No thanks. No thank you. The old woman threw some wood under the cooking pot and snorted. That's no bug. Oh, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it looks like a bug, said Kaine. But I think it's burnt or something. It smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts. But it moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do any of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots, the breakfast of burned berry meat rolling through her tummy. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out down the tree and see if they were right. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones. So I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? Well, no, 4. Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble. Placed it, tagged it like a boxer. In the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I was going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this whole place, let them come. You got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shade. Hello, stream's going good. Probably gonna end as soon as it's done making me read. I've lost track of how long I've just been sitting here reading. I've legit lost track. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Oh shoot, I know why you have to do it today. Don't worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the Elma tree, we won't eat tonight. You know that. Confused expression passed across the old woman's face. In a moment, she was a small child lost in a carnival. I'm not surprised, Sam. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is... She didn't finish the thought. Instead, walking over to her nightstand, gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. Flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness. And Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. And hello, Yurio. My cat is now up on my chair with me. Do not mess with my stuff. Yeah, me a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. That means less chatter about shades and build defensive walls. More talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed at Kaine, I reached up to remove the garland. But the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman. "There ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." Okay, Grandma. That's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where'd that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma!" yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. "Grandma, stop it! What the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hand out, as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face, the most heartbreaking she'd ever seen. Listen, maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on old Roger like me. Go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Yurio! Fucking hell, buddy. Buddy. Let go of my chair! Hold on. Ah. You finally calm now, buddy. You finally gotta let me continue my stream. I just got blood in my face. What the fuck? Here we go. Why is my cat like this? Why do you like this, buddy? And Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made way to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, don't turn around, told herself. Pause, sir. Ow. But in the end, the temptation was too great. Put on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. Like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, spinning a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit, rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud covered just ahead, tracing its path. Finger. Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No, oh God, no! Her grandmother's house was ablaze. The flames licking up, as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma? Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone, once crawling into the rocky ground. But she leapt to her feet, continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. She got closer and closer. Kaine's mind began to race in time with footfalls. It's too dark. Too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. He burst into the front yard. Came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. Smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. Massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet. Achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into shimmering, inky blackness. Her mind was unable to comprehend such a thing could actually exist. Then the smell hit her, scent of rotted meat, excrement, and the horror became real once more. Creature bellowed again. This time, Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "You're you bastard!" She screamed, as her scream echoed off high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." Jade-eyed Kaine, bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruin. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive!" thought Kaine. "Alive!" Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, Jade opened its mouth and let out a roar enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air, or smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! 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 Now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, Jade stomped toward the house, pinned her grandmother to the ground with its claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain, she screamed through her body and dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. A little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back. Only the white were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground, maddening slowness. The distance seemed to increase every second that passed. Shade glanced between the two women, flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard, laughing at us. I had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion. But there could be no doubt the Shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. Shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life. Kaine was close enough to touch her. And kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. I don't need that visual. I don't need that visual in my head. But she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot, pinned her grandmother, plunged the weapon deep. Give her back! She screamed. Give her back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. Shade panted after again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl, latched onto its foot. Kaine had never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. She laid on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds. A weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred. She forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough to make out her grandmother's hand, reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma, Kaine, you gotta run. Can't be past this one. Kaine grabbed the hand, held on with all his strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman laughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumbed the ground below. Grandma, no, no! I said run, goddammit. I have to live. I have to get through. Thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could finish another word, Shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remnants of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. Stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. The creature finally lifted its appendage. All that remained underneath, twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. The grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to find the hands which had been hers just moments before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of the embrace and the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth, dissolving into smoke on the ground. The earth shook every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Body lolled dangerously to the side. Somehow, she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step back, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. Shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her hand, ears. I can read. That blood. Fingers. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. Sound, pain, smoke, and flames. All of it faded until all that remained, a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. I'm not reading all the rest. As you can see, I'm not reading all the rest. Kill it now. As a spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, without her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Up we get, Kaine. Come on, back to beating up. I swear if I have to fight this fucker again.
The beast approaches.
Yeah, Kaine's story is one that I don't know anything for. Like, I don't know further. After we see Yona again, I don't know anything past that. So after ending it, I know nothing. I swear. Where's those bubs? I hate this. I'm letting Otto do this. No, I'm not doing it. I don't want to fight this bastard again.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know I have to fight it again.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I'm letting this go on its own. I'm playing my cat. Yes, the skill of the user, aka Otto. I'm petting my cat. Don't fight me, sir. You're the one that was getting in the way of stream before. gently, meekly, softly. The shade, sure that's tormentor was dead, turned and stumped off toward the horizon. Stopping along the way, follow one final roar. And it shamed beyond imagining. Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. Being difficult to see, only after a moment of fierce concentration, she realized that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, turned her remaining eye to the remains of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Well, you gonna die, are ya? You had it coming. Go to hell, Demo. She thought, the unease at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood tormentor evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. I don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment. Then produced a piece of paper, sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. There's a picture of her grandmother. Real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multiple legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop, no, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture to the ground below, where they vanished into black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother, who truly was smashed, unrecognizable, a lump of nothing. Apothecary smiled and broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. Perfect now. She looks just like you. I look like that. God, I'm gonna die. Die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke over a ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you gotta wish sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way made to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish. Like a prayer or something. Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me! Oh, that's something I would mock, no! Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice in her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse. Freak. To be left to die. The voice boomed in her ear. Oh god, you are the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. This death is what it's like. Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, by the hot, searing pain felt in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive. This was real. Come on, said the voice. Let go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of that. None of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? What? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. Voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats, bathe in the blood. Just like before. In response, Kaine lifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain, the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? Slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck with the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. Ecstasy. Ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight. All she could manage, a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Gross. Now give me the body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. Black lump began to protrude out from Kaine's side. She watched, grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, thought. I must be growing back too. Slime reached up and enveloped the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, whispered, marveling at how she regained her voice. Stop. Black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, and quickly shimmered down in her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Aw, what the hell, sunshine? Came the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She knew the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter. Then closed her eyes, forced the image from her mind. Her body was quaking with rage. She opened her eyes again, turned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down, saw a mysterious pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. I'll be damned, voice said cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin injecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Stop. Putting her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood. Go out there and shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? Got those buddies of yours in the airy. I'd love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, darkened the left arm and grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard It's the sound of broken bone. Of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Stupid idiot girl. You're possessed now, sunshine. And there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again. A loud, long wail seemed to go on without end. Possessed. Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me, we got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. You remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Where they took a get low you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The eyes seemed smaller somehow. Darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen. Heard the voice. You know, this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden. But it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine. And now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade? Wished you granny? Or wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, Kaine, you're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, or honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this, as she struggled to her feet. Out of the shade coursing through her, the smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. How about it? You and me. We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part, if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole. Alright, Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So, listen. My name's Tyron. If you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out on this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns run and sour. And I like run and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade. I'm gonna strangle it. And with some guts. When I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyron. Count on it. Laughed Tyron. I'm shit bigger than you. So good luck with that. Oh, and hey. One more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. If you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine. And watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. Feels perfectly normal, thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. I mean, the creature inside her had already won. Not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her home, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears that had been through hell and back. The garland's petals were as bright as ever, and I started to place it on her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve to wear this anymore. Possessed. Corrupted. Freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, people of the area rose to their daily lives. She remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror now infected her world.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive!
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Heyo. Just sing this scene again. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey. Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Why?
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious!
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared, and... I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it!
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But...
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
I didn't get much sleep that night.
I might know if this continues.
For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
That may have been the
Those
first, but it's
feelings
gonna
were
happen again. But earlier,
Yes,
the ending
did
showed
what
us
they did
that.
For the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
Fuck, we're going through this now, knowing get Devil and Popola.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad.
Nice to realize.
Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Nope. Emil fucking lived in a factory or a lab, and then his own house was literally filled with shades.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that?
Campfires are weird.
Oh.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was, no matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
No.
Sleep well?
No.
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Wait, there was a gold moonflower seed.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
I have not heard you speak much about your mother.
I don't remember them ever speaking about their mother.
She got the black scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
I should have touched it! No!
Say there. Can you not hear me?
I can. Please keep talking. I don't want to read. Oh.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now. There's the door.
Right. Let's go.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I think this is supposed to be Nier. Original Nier, I think. Nope. Yep, I'll leave the area. Bye! I'm leaving that area.
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
I'm leaving. It wants me to go talk to Devil and Popola, but I know I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye, no. Finally. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was over an hour of just reading. Yes, we're finally done. After almost 3 hours. I'm pretty sure half of that entire stream was just me reading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was half. Because the first half was me trying to get to the Shadow Lord's castle. I'm so glad I had enough water. Once I actually had water. No, you guys don't get to see that. All right. But we are ending there. My god, we are ending there. I was originally thinking that that if we finish the after we finish the Shadowlord's castle, we could go to Guardians of Azuma, because we haven't touched it for a bit. Yeah, no, not anymore, given that we just read for an hour. We just read for an hour. There's very much no. I should not have opened up the save. No. The R in replicant. The R in replicant stands for reading, I swear. Because Automata did not have us do all this reading. All the reading was done for us. Yes, it is Nier reading, basically. Because Automata read everything for us. We didn't have to read anything. The only things we had to read were things that we chose. We chose to read. Replicant, no. There's so much we have to read if we want to actually know story or just anything. We have to read. My god. All right. Yeah, we're going to end there. Because I'm tired. I want to go back to my Sims or my personal pile of Guardians of Azuma. But slowly but surely, we are making it. We're slowly but surely making it to where I can actually read the book of short stories to you guys. It'll be more reading, but I'm pretty sure Replicant is preparing me for that. My gods. Yeah. I will see you guys on Wednesday. And I'm not going to lie, the training for Fire Emblem Awakening, it's getting to a point where I want to just continue with the story, and then before we finish, then I go make sure I have all the support that I want done. Because right now I'm just dealing with like getting the siblings and children in with their parents as supports up. But Because everyone in the team is very strong already, and like there's certain characters I mainly use. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye for now. I do not think I'm going to raid anyone. There are people that I follow that are live. Like, Big Dog is live with Kano playing Peak. Lucario is live with Princess. And Noi is live with Folklore. So you can always go check out any of them. But I'm not raiding anyone. Yeah, it was very commendable. If I'm gonna read, I'm gonna at least try and actually show emotions with that. It's trying to tell a story. Might as well try and do a story with my voice. All right. Bye, everyone.